Yeah, so this is my 2009 Dodge Charger RT road and track, and just going to do a brief walk around, kind of point out some of the stuff that I've done to it since I bought it. I've had it for about 6 months now. It's the paint is called Deepwater Blue Pearl, and it's one of those that, you know, in sunlight it looks like a light blue, but then you can see in the shadows it it turns into a dark blue. It's got some purple hints to it sometimes, and really nice metallic flake in it, which I love. My past two cars were red, so I wanted this car to be something different than that, and the blue is pretty cool. So just a little history on the 2009. They upped the horsepower on the Hemi to 368 for the regular RT, 372 for the road and track, just basically, and the Daytona, they basically just have a different intake on them. The previous RT was 340 horsepower and the Daytona was 350. The Daytona, only difference really between the Daytona and this is the rear gears are 306s in the Daytona. This has 265, so kind of granny gears, but makes it a nice highway hauler, that's for sure. You can notice that right off the bat that the graphics are reminiscent of the Daytona graphics. That's something that I just added not too long ago. I added these back quarter panel hip stripes, which are from Pro Motor Stripes on eBay. Amazing quality, 3M. And what I really love about what he does is he doesn't pre-cut them. So you can see they wrap all the way around the door. The other ones they cut off so you can kind of see, you know, you'd see a blue stripe in between where they're pre-cut, but I actually like where you cut them yourself. I had to do a little modification here to get it to go around the gas door, because the 09s is when they started doing the hump here. So I had to do that. On the back, I did the rear blackout. I added the Charger script to it. Some old school look. It already had the heritage badges that comes with the road and track package. I also added the you can see it, the OEM Mopar rear diffuser, and it has a Flowmaster Force 2 exhaust on it. I added some oval exhaust tips onto it. You can see the stripes there, and then I've also added these cool 345 badges above the Hemi, since kind of reminiscent of the 392 they did on the Super Bs and the SRTs. And then on the hood, I did a custom graphic. It's based off of the Daytona graphic, but I put my own little flair on it. Kind of some homage to the early to mid 70s Charger RTs, the strobe stripes and the big RT badge. Again, the road and track package comes with a heritage badge. Added that front license plate because it's pretty gnarly under that bumper. Let's see what else I've done. Painted the calipers. Let's see if I get a better angle. Painted the calipers black. Got some metallic silver high temp decals, the same Mopar. Again, the road and track package came stock with those 20-inch chrome clad wheels. So chrome clad being that they're steel wheels, but they have chrome, basically chrome plastic, to make them look like real chrome wheels. But I actually love the way they look, especially on this kind of car. Chrome looks cool. I'm not usually a chrome fan, but this works. Let's see, interior wise, pretty straightforward. Dodge is not known for their super awesome interiors, but I was really impressed when I got in this car for the first time. It has really nice, it has the RT, the road and track seats, which are basically the same that are in the SRT8s and the Daytonas. They have the Alcantara suede like inserts, leather. They're really comfortable. It has the adjustable pedals. the gauge pod I really like. And this is a pretty new addition. It's a Hurst, it's called a comp stick. And it doesn't really do anything other than it feels a little better in your hand than the stock one. Shifter and surround. It's this is actually a billet aluminum piece. And it looks cool. I'm gonna paint the Hurst red to match the logo here. No nav, no sunroof. It makes it faster. You're right. Added this badge pretty recently. Usually people put it on their trunk for the Hurst shifter. I thought it looked pretty cool up there. I don't know. Add something to the interior because it's it's just black really in here with just slight silver accents. But again, the seats for the road and track package is really what makes this better than the regular RT. Back seat, got my son's Recaro Sport child seat, and base for my daughter's seat. So full-size car for 2 kids. That was one of the main reasons I got this car, besides my first car being a muscle car when I was a kid and wanted to relive some of that heyday. Let's see. Pop the trunk and the hood. Trunk, huge. You know, good size, came with the net. The seats actually fold down. With the child seats there, I don't really do that, but you can do that, which is nice if you ever want to haul anything decent size in there. Here's the power plant. 5.7, 345 cubic inch Hemi. Stock, like I said, 372 horsepower, torque's 395. I've obviously added some stuff to this. It's not completely stock. I've added the AFE stage 2 cold air intake, which seals to the top of the hood, which makes it not a true cold air, but it does, you know, kind of seal it off from the hot engine bay. I have my Billet Technology oil catch can, which matches the Deepwater blue, which I love. And then recently I put on this, it's a Petty's Garage strut tower brace, which is actually made for the SRT8, just because you can't use the engine cover with it. But I took the engine cover off pretty much right away when I got this car, so I didn't care about that. Let's see. What you can't see is I have a Predator tuner, which is tuned with the 93 octane tune for the intake. I have a transformer shift kit, which is an electronic shift kit, which really improves just the snappiness of the transmission, which is it's a good automatic. You know, nothing bad about it, but it makes it a little more responsive and a little more fun to play with. I have some valve cover, they call them half covers for this car, which are going to go over these, kind of hide these coil packs, which aren't the most attractive thing. So those are coming soon from my buddy Brad from Alabama. He's going to be sending those to me within the next couple days, I think. Let's take another quick stroll around the car. Stripes really made this car way more aggressive looking. I might tint the taillights in the future, not 100% on that yet, but that might happen in the future, we'll see. I guess we'll do a little startup, maybe hear some exhaust revs, maybe go for a ride. So the key, it's one of those keys that has the keys inside this, and I actually really like that the ignition is on the dash versus here, because I'm so tall that usually the keys my other keys hit my knees with other ones, but stereo system's actually, even though it's just the stock, you know, head unit and stuff, it's 368 watts, so it's got a subwoofer, Bose speakers, or I'm sorry, Boston Acoustic speakers. So it actually sounds really good, especially when I have the iPod hooked up. The bass is sick in it. Best factory stereo I've ever had. Do want to get some kind of better head unit eventually, but for now, it works. I guess I'll put it outside, rev the engine a little. go, some exhaust revs for you. Force 2 Flowmaster exhaust. It's the quieter of the two exhausts, which having a family is what I wanted. My driving around with kids and my wife, they don't want to hear a super loud exhaust, but when you get on it, you can hear the exhaust is there, so I'm happy with that. So we'll go for a little drive. This is a local park that I like to come to. It's off the beaten path a little bit, so I can do some stupid stuff and not put anyone in danger. Try to give you a little sample of how it sounds. What makes this car fun is definitely the torque. I mean, it's got plenty of horsepower too, but you know, for the street, what you really want is the torque. You know, I've done 8th mile tracks, and I plan on doing the 1/4 mile this year. But you know, daily driving, you know, one of the reasons I ended up taking this over the SRT8, I test drove the 300, is that it still has almost 400 foot-pounds of torque. And you know, I mean, just for daily driving, that's plenty, you know. You can see it gets up and goes and is a lot of fun. And you know, with some of the mods I've done, it's plenty. And you know, I can still do headers and high flow mids and, you know, maybe cam someday. But you know, for now, this is awesome. I'm coming from a Mazda Speed 6, which I modified, you know, did all the bolt-ons, and you know, it's fun. Definitely, you know, the turbo kicking in and everything is cool, but you know, there's nothing when, you know, like getting on you know, a Hemi or, you know, just a V8 in general, a big V8, and just that torque just pushes you into the seat right away. You know, there's no lag, you know, there's nothing like that you have to deal with. You know, with the Mazda, every time I had to turn it off, you know, I had to wait, you know, 10-15 seconds to let the turbo cool down so I didn't damage anything. You know, with this, it's straightforward, American muscle. You know, actually, it's solid. I did a lot of research on these cars before I bought it, and Dodge puts, you know, pretty much everything into the Charger. It's their staple. It's, you know, what they're known for. And that's one of the reasons why I got it, because I knew that it's going to be a reliable car. It has 43,000 miles on it. I bought it with 37. I work from home, so I don't put a lot of miles on it. The steering wheel is probably the thing I like the least on this car. I mean, it's actually got like a carbon fiber, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a carbon fiber pattern on it. And it's got like these notches for the, you know, the 10 and 2. Which is nice, and it's, you know, it's leather, but it's kind of skinny and it's huge. I don't know if you can see how big, but it's like a truck wheel. So I can't even find like a steering wheel cover that fits it or anything. But, you know, it's a small drawback for what everything else about this car I love. You know, I really am so happy I got this car, and I love the color. They only made it 2 years, so it's a decently rare color. And I really couldn't have asked for a cooler, more fun 4-door, you know, to haul the kids around with, but still have some fun. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave a comment. No negative comments, of course. Just kidding. But hope you enjoyed the video.